At junior school, I'd been a goody-goody little girl, all quiet and intelligent. I started being naughty in year 8. I'd normally sit at the back and someone chuck something at me. Paper ball, book, anything. It would just be a sly chuck from the side of you. And then when you chuck it back, the teacher sees you and you get told to leave. There's no argument about it, because I don't like the lesson, so I just leave. I go to another teacher and play up there, then get sent to isolation. After 3 warnings there, I get sent home. That year, my dad got ill, a liver disease, where he used to drink when he was younger. I loved my dad to pieces. I was like Daddy's girl. Mum was heartbroken when he died. She was with him 16 years. My little brother Jensen, he didn't even cry when he found out. He was just sat there, all silent. We went to the Chapel of Rest to see the coffin. That's when Jens broke down. And I went mad, because I was his first kid, and I hadn't been there when his machine had been switched off. They were all talking about it. That hurt me, that did. Dad's death changed me completely. If anyone said anything about my mum, my brothers, sisters, I'd go mad. People say I turned nasty, really nasty. When you're brought up in anger and violence, you get angry. Sisters fighting, mum shouting, getting in dad's face. Mum hitting my dad and dad pushing her to the floor. You know what I mean, don't you? My older brother used to fight a lot, and up until year 8, I kept my head down, because kids tried to take it out on me. So I took it out on Jensen, and when me and Jensen argued, I'd hit him. I knew I'd hurt him because he'd cry. After, I'd feel deep, out of order, but I wouldn't say sorry, because, well, he didn't say sorry to me, so why should I to him? My exclusion was sudden. First day back from Easter holidays, shortly after Dad had passed away. I'd never had a fight in that school, never ever. And then that day, well, it started in the morning really, because like, me and my brother was arguing, and he went mad at me, and I went to school angry. Break time, this girl who thinks she's all hard looked at me and told me to suck my mum. Apparently, I took her best mate off her, and I was like, well, I dropped my bag, went over to her and smacked her in the face. She fell back with a black eye and cuts. I punched her once and stopped. I stood there. I wanted to see her cry. She did. I stayed there because I wanted her to say sorry to me. She wouldn't. Teachers had to drag me. They had to literally drag me away. I got excluded. 5 days. The day I was meant to go back, they rang Mum and said I was permanently excluded. I was like, okay then. They said it's unsafe for me, like, to be there. I should have just kept calm, shouldn't I? My message to anyone would be to think twice before you say or do anything. There are always consequences. I felt ashamed. I didn't want to leave that school, because that's where all my proper mates were, that I've known for years. I thought this would be one of them schools where I'd be fighting a lot, because most people is just mouthy. I was scared, because when I meet new people, I get shy, but it is better for me, because I don't like big classes. If my old school wanted me back, not that they would, I'd say no. I like it here better. It's calmer, and I don't get as angry anymore. Some people aren't so happy though. They want to go back to mainstream school.